Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am going to talk about Doctor Who and the trouble that the BBC is in. The BBC is going to have to make some massive cuts, and there's one cut that would be a very, very easy one to make given the critical backlash, given the plummeting ratings, and that would be Doctor Who. Doctor Who should probably get cut. It might get cut. There's been a rumor that it is on the table. For sure, I think that came from Gary at Nerdrotic, his inside sources over at the BBC, or people associated with Doctor Who. We're going to talk about that. This massive rounds of cutbacks that the BBC has to make. $556 million of content cuts as it grapples with perfect storm of financial pressure. And I'm sorry, Doctor Who is an incredibly expensive show that's on the decline. It would be very easy to cut it. So before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 175,000 subs. If you could hit that sub button, it helps us grow the channel. Hoping for 200,000 soon. And I got to give a hat tip to Martin for sending this over. So we'll talk about the financial situation that the BBC finds itself in, and then we'll talk about Doctor Who. And I'm a little concerned that they've got a still from His Dark Materials on here. It's a BBC HBO co-production because I actually like His Dark Materials quite a bit. I was a fan of the books, and I think that the series did a much better job of doing the books justice than the movie did. The movie with Daniel Craig and Nicole Kidman. And I hope they get a season 3. I'm kind of concerned they're not going to do that now. So let's read about this from Deadline. BBC must make $556 million worth of content cuts as it grapples with a perfect storm of financial pressure. The BBC has revealed it will need to cut spending on its content and services by $556 million US over the next year as it grapples with falling income, hyperinflation, and fierce competition. In a 39-page report titled BBC Value for Audiences, the British broadcaster said it's on course to deliver the overall billion pound savings target it had set for itself in March of 2022, but the BBC warned that the programming spend will increasingly feel the strain after it has exhausted back office non-content related savings initiatives. In short, painful content cuts could be coming. The BBC said of the £408 million of so-called scope cuts it needs to make over the coming 12 months, it represents a 66% increase in the scope of savings it made in 2016-2017. The BBC did not set out how it intends to achieve the goal, but previous scope cuts have included closing BBC 3 as a linear television channel and ending original daytime programming on BBC 2. The BBC said additional savings through productivity gains are becoming increasingly difficult, and scope savings are now the predominant form of savings for the BBC. In order for the BBC to deliver its public service commitments, support the creative industries, and continue to invest in high-quality, world-class, distinctive content for UK audiences, it will have to do more with less income to spend on programs and services. The BBC's admission follows UK public spending watchdog, the National Audit Office, warning last month that the BBC has delayed making what it considered to be the most challenging aspect of its savings in recent years, including slashing jobs and cutting content. Now, gonna interject here. We did a video a couple weeks ago about how nobody wants to take a job at the BBC, being in charge of BBC Studios. They can't get any executive to take that job, and I think they know that everything's getting cut anyway. Elsewhere in the BBC Value for Audiences report, the BBC set out how its income has fallen 30% over the past decade, as, among other things, its license fee has been frozen by the government. Oh no! The broadcaster said it has experienced hyperinflation in the cost of drama, and it's having to co-produce more with US media giants that are also eating away at its audience. Examples include His Dark Materials, which is made with HBO, because I don't think the BBC could afford His Dark Materials without HBO. And I don't know if HBO can afford it either, because Warner Media is not in very good shape right now. The BBC said it has reduced its spend on on-screen talent by 31% since 2010. That explains Jodie Whittaker, I guess. They're not going to get Paul Bettany to play the Doctor. Furthermore, it has halved its ranks of senior managers to 253, while the senior management pay bill has fallen. to almost half. It's too late for that, says Nerd Rage. There's no way the BBC can compete with streaming platforms like Netflix and Disney Plus. Yeah, they needed to do this sooner. They needed to do something sooner. Giving audiences Doctor Who they would be willing to pay for would be a damn good start. And so far, the BBC has managed to burn down Doctor Who. Maybe if the BBC could co-produce Doctor Who with HBO and they would actually bring in some decent talent, in the form of a new showrunner and a new doctor, maybe they could salvage it. But, we've been talking about this. The two worst ranked seasons of Doctor Who have been Jodie Whittaker's, by a lot. I mean, we're talking season 11 and season 12, 2.4 out of 10 on Metacritic, 2.8 out of 10 on Metacritic. The next lowest is season 10 with Peter Capaldi at 7 out of 10, which ain't too shabby compared to 2.8 and 2.4. It's bad. We've talked about how the fans are leaving. We've talked about how on Facebook, people are quitting Doctor Who. They're quitting the fan page in droves. And even Doctor Who TV, which, is a pretty prominent Doctor Who fan website. They're, talking about how Doctor Who, even if Jodie Whittaker left, it's too late to save this show. So do I think it is on the chopping block? Yeah. I think it's one of the most expensive shows they produce. His Dark Materials probably is just as expensive, if not more expensive, but it's co-produced with HBO. I would have to say that I think Doctor Who is one of the most expensive shows. It's in rapid decline, and it would be a very easy decision to cut it. So this goes hand in hand with the rumor that they're seriously thinking about. And this isn't, alarmist. I know people have been talking about Doctor Who being canceled for years. They're always afraid it's going to be canceled because it was canceled back in the 80s. But, here we are with a very different entertainment landscape and a very damaged show. And it would be a very easy cut to make. Just be like, you know what? Doctor Who is over for now. Maybe we'll circle back around in 5 or 10 years and give it another shot. Reboot it completely, something. Do a movie. I don't know. We'll see where we go. This was kind of interesting since we're talking about Doctor Who. I'm going to pick up some odds and ends here that Sylvester McCoy admitted he was unsure if it would work with Jodie Whittaker. So that's interesting. Doctor Who legend Sylvester McCoy has exclusively revealed to The Express that he was unsure about Jodie Whittaker's casting as the Time Lord after the BBC boss's past successes. Uh-oh. How dare you, 7th Doctor, say that you didn't think she had what it took? And guess what? I don't think she has what it takes. At least not this version of the Doctor. I've seen her acting in other stuff, and she's not bad. I don't know what's up with Doctor Who. She's not doing a very good job. Opening up his thoughts on his fellow Doctor Who actors, Sylvester McCoy quipped, "I do meet my fellow Whovians who are bigger and stronger than me, so I have to be careful." Starr said he was a big fan of the 2005 Christopher Eccleston reboot of the show. He continued, but Christopher I thought was great, bringing the show back with the glorious Billie Piper. The Star is a fan of Jodie Whittaker's portrayal of the Time Lord after questioning if it would work with a female. So it's not just her. It's not just you. Sylvester recalled, "I was wondering if it would work because it had worked so far, but then after 10 minutes watching her, I realized she is the Doctor." Sylvester played the 7th incarnation of the Doctor, then got offed in the movie. We know what happened. Of course he's going to say nice things. Of course he's going to say nice things about her because you want to be invited to those Doctor Who conventions. You don't want to be the guy who said, "Hey, Jodie Whittaker sucks," and then you get seated next to her during a panel. That would be awkward, wouldn't it? He said, "I think her future as an actress is going to be great." Yeah, future as an actress on another show or in other movies, not Doctor Who. Because I think she's going to leave one way or the other, and it's looking more and more like they could potentially cancel the show. Now they're trying to bring in hot guy John Bishop. He's got that MacGyver look about him, right? They're going to bring him in as a companion. So that's kind of interesting to have kind of a square-jawed hero type dude coming in. Bishop is a well-known name to UK audiences, but the celebrity may not be as well-known to American Who fans. No, he's not. I'll be honest, I don't know who he is. But he looks like a MacGyver type character. I don't know. They're bringing back the Weeping Angel, supposedly. I don't know. I think it's too late. I think Doctor Who is dead. I don't give a shit. I only watched 2 episodes of Series 12. I watched about half of Series 11, and you're talking to somebody who watched it every week. First run, live, loved it. If I missed it, I would pay to watch it on Amazon Prime or something. Freaking loved the show, even when it wasn't the greatest. Even some of the Capaldi episodes, not very good, but I stuck through with Who, and I am done. I'm out the damn door. I don't give a shit if they cancel it. I think it would be a mercy killing at this point. Just please, BBC, do not cancel his Dark Materials. We're almost to the end of it. There's only 3 books. You can do it. You can do it. One more season. You can do it. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. We'll talk later.